Hello, dear friends. Assalamu alaikum. Dear friends and viewers, Assalamu alaikum. I, pleader Javed Ali Salro and High Court, in front of you again to share the essential and authentic knowledge of Constitution of Pakistan 1973. Is again and again I previously also shared and explained the thing after reading from the Constitution textbook of the Pakistan 1973. Of course, this is the essential and fruitful. So again, today I am in front of you, and let's move and enjoy the knowledge of Constitution of Pakistan 1973. So let's come. I am going to recalling you about the previous lecture that in previous we have learned from part 4 of Constitution of Pakistan 1973, and part 4 was depend on the provinces and provinces. After all, we have read out the chapter 1 of part 4, and chapter 1 was depend on the governors. So the governors chapter 1 has been completed, which was depend on the article 101 to 105. Now it has been completed. Now we are moving to another portion. Now this is part 4 also, and next chapter is second. So chapter 2 has been started. Now let's move to get a knowledge from the textbook of the Constitution of Pakistan 1973. I again and again show you that I am reading from this textbook of Constitution of Pakistan 1973, that you can understand, you can get much more knowledge from the textbook of the Constitution of Pakistan 1973. Now we are moving towards the chapter 2 of part 4. So chapter 2 depend on provincial assemblies. Now it is starting from the article 106 and completing on 117 article, depend on chapter 2's first portion. So chapter 2nd depend on the provincial assemblies. Article 106, Constitution of Provincial Assemblies. Okay. Article 106, sub-article 1, each provincial assembly shall consist of general seats and seats reserved for women and non-Muslims as specified here in below. तो कॉलम दिया गया है, उस कॉलम को मद्देनज़र रखते हुए मैं आपके साथ जो है शेयर करता हूँ कि बलूचिस्तान के हवाले से लिखा गया है, सीट्स का ये अपना जिक्र किया गया है, और खैबर पख्तूनख्वा के हवाले से है, पंजाब के हवाले से और सिंध के हवाले से है। तो बलूचिस्तान की जो जनरल सीट्स हैं वो 51 है, और वुमेन की जो सीट्स हैं वो 11 है। ये बलूचिस्तान की बात कर रहा हूँ मैं। तो नॉन मुस्लिम्स की जो सीट्स हैं वो 3 हैं। तो टोटल अपना होती हैं 65 सीट्स इन बलूचिस्तान अबाउट द प्रोविंशियल असेंबलीज। नाउ लेट्स मूव अनदर खैबर पख्तूनख्वा। खैबर पख्तूनख्वा की जो जनरल सीट्स हैं वो 99 हैं, और वुमेन की जो हैं वो 22 मतलब 22 हैं, एंड नॉन मुस्लिम की 3 हैं, और टोटल हैं 124 इन खैबर पख्तूनख्वा। आफ्टर दैट पंजाब की जनरल सीट्स है 297, एंड जो वुमेन की सीट्स हैं वो है 66, इट मीन 66, एंड नॉन मुस्लिम्स की 8 सीट्स हैं इन पंजाब। एंड आफ्टर ऑल टोटल जो सीट्स हैं वो 371 है। आफ्टर ऑल सिंध आता है। सिंध में जो जनरल सीट्स हैं वो 130 हैं, एंड वुमेन की जो सीट्स हैं वो 29 हैं, और टोटल जो सीट्स हैं वो 168 हैं। ये कॉलम दिया गया है पूरा अपना चैप्टर 2 में प्रोविंशियल असेंबलीज के हवाले से, जो 106 आर्टिकल में मौजूद है। आफ्टर ऑल वी आर मूविंग टू सब आर्टिकल 2 of article 106. A person shall be entitled to vote if, class A, he is a citizen of Pakistan. Class B, he is not less than 18 years of age. Very mandatory. एक तो वो पाकिस्तान का सिटीजन होना चाहिए मेंबर अपना असेंबली का बनने के लिए, प्रोविंशियल असेंबलीज के हवाले से है। तो एक तो पाकिस्तान का सिटीजन होना चाहिए, और जो है सेकंड बी क्लास में क्या लिखा गया है कि 18 ईयर से एज कम नहीं होनी चाहिए। सो सी क्लास है, हिज नेम अपीयर्स ऑन द इलेक्टोरल रोल फॉर एनी एरिया इन द प्रोविंस। एंड क्लास डी है, he is not declared by a competent court to be of unsound mind. This is also mandatory to keep in your mind, understanding. It is also useful. Sub article 3 आता है 106 article का. For the purpose of election to a provincial assembly, class A है सब article 3 का. The constituencies for the general seats shall be single member territorial constituencies, and the members to fill such seats shall be elected by direct and free vote. Class B है. Each province shall be a single constituency for all seats reserved for women and non-Muslims allocated to the respective provinces under class 1. Class C है. The members to fill seats reserved for women and non-Muslims allocated to a province under class 1 shall be elected in accordance with law through a proportional representation system of political parties. Lists of candidates on the basis of the total number of general seats secured by each political party in the provincial assembly, provided that for the purpose of this subclass, the total number of general seats won by a political party shall include the independent returned candidate or candidates who may duly join such political party within 3 days of the publication in the official gazette of the names of the returned candidate. So 106 article has been completed. I have explained about the seats, general seats, about the women seats, and about the non-Muslim and total seats. I have also explained, which is written in the textbook of the Constitution of Pakistan in article 106. तो आप भी go through कीजिएगा. ये मैं आप तक नॉलेज पहुंचाने की कोशिश कर रहा हूँ. अभी जो है हम लेट्स मूविंग टू अनदर आर्टिकल 107 आर्टिकल ऑफ कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन ऑफ पाकिस्तान 1973. ड्यूरेशन ऑफ प्रोविंशियल असेंबली. चलो ये तो अपना एक एक्सप्लेनेशन हो गई प्रोविंशियल असेंबली के बारे में, डिफाइन कर लिया, डेफिनेशन हमने पढ़ ली. अभी अपना ड्यूरेशन का अपना मुजाहरा कर रहे हैं कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन को देख के. 107 आर्टिकल है. अ प्रोविंशियल असेंबली शैल unless sooner dissolved continue for a term of 5 years from the day of its first meeting and shall stand dissolved at the expiration of its terms. 108 article है. Speaker and deputy speaker. After a general election, a provincial assembly shall at its first meeting and to the conclusion of any other business elect from amongst its member a speaker and a deputy speaker, and so often as the office of speaker or deputy speaker becomes vacant, the assembly shall elect another member as speaker, or the case may be deputy speaker. So it is about 108 article. And moving towards 109 article of Constitution of Pakistan 1973. Summoning and prorogation of provincial assembly. The governor may from time to time, class A, summon the provincial assembly to meet at such time and place as he thinks fit, and class B, prorogue the provincial assembly. It is completed. And 110 110 article है. Right of governor to address provincial assembly. Very mandatory, very important. How? अच्छा 110 आर्टिकल का एक्सप्लेनेशन करते हैं अपना. आफ्टर रीडिंग द कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन टेक्स्ट बुक, द गवर्नर में एड्रेस द प्रोविंशियल असेंबली एंड मे फॉर दैट पर्पज रिक्वायर द अटेंडेंस ऑफ द मेंबर्स. ठीक है. फर्दर मोर 111 आर्टिकल है. राइट टू स्पीक इन प्रोविंशियल असेंबली. The Advocate General shall have the right to speak and otherwise take part in the proceedings of the Provincial Assembly or any committee thereof, of which he may be named as member, but shall not by virtue of this article be entitled to vote. 112 article very important. 112 article very important है. Dissolution of Provincial Assembly. The governor shall dissolve the provincial assembly if so advised by the chief minister. Governor always advised by the chief minister of the province. and the Provincial Assembly shall, unless sooner dissolved, stand dissolved at the expiration of 48 hours after the Chief Minister has so is devised. One of the great. Has been completed. 112. Now moving towards another article, 113 article of Constitution of Pakistan 1973. Qualification and disqualification for membership of Provincial Assembly. The qualification and disqualification for membership of the National Assembly set out in Article 62 and 63. जैसे कि मैंने पहले भी अपना एक्सप्लेन करके बताया था, 62 आर्टिकल और 63 के तहत जैसे कि मोहतरम मियां मोहम्मद नवाज शरीफ को डिस्क्वालीफाइड करके अपना कोर्ट्स ने जो है जजमेंट पास की थी, तो इसी अपना 113 में भी क्वालिफिकेशन और डिस्क्वालीफिकेशन का उसका अपना रेफरेंस दिया जा रहा है. Article 62 and 63 का shall also apply for membership of a provincial assembly is if reference therein to the National Assembly were a reference to the provincial assembly. 114 article है. Restriction on discussion in provincial assembly. No discussion shall take place in a provincial assembly with respect to the conduct of any judge of the Supreme Court or of a High Court in the discharge of his duties. ओके 115 आर्टिकल है. प्रोविंशियल गवर्नमेंट्स कंसेंट रिक्वायर्ड फॉर फाइनेंशियल मेजर्स. सब आर्टिकल 1 115 आर्टिकल का. अ मनी बिल or a bill or amendment which if enacted and brought into operation would involve expenditure from the provincial consolidated fund or withdrawal from the public account of the province shall not be introduced or moved in the provincial assembly except by or with the consent of the provincial government. Sub article 2. For the purpose of this article, a bill or amendment shall be deemed to be a money bill if it contains provisions dealing with all or any of the following matters, namely, Class A, the imposition, abolition, remission, alteration or regulation of any tax. Class B, the borrowing of money or the giving of any guarantee by the provincial government or the amendment of the law relating to the financial obligation of that government. Class C, the custody of the provincial consolidated fund, the payment of monies into or issue of monies from that fund. Class C, the imposition of a charge upon the provincial consolidated fund or the abolition or alteration of any such charge. Class D, the receipt of monies on account of the public account of the province, the custody or issue of such monies, and Class F, any matter incidental or any of the matters specified in the preceding paragraphs. Subarticle 3. A bill shall not be deemed to be a money bill by reason or only that it provides, Class A of subarticle 3 of article 115, for the imposition or alteration of any fine or other pecuniary penalty, or for the demand or payment of a license fee or a fee of charge for any service rendered, or Class B, the imposition, abolition, remission, alteration and or regulation of any tax by any local authority or body of local purposes. Subarticle 4. If any question arises whether a bill is a money bill or not, the decision of the Speaker of the Provincial Assembly thereon shall be final. Subarticle 5. Every money bill represent to the governor for assent shall bears a certificate under the hand of the Speaker of the Provincial Assembly that it is a bill money, and such certificate shall be conclusive for all purposes and shall not be called in question. तो 116 article है Governor's assent to bill. Subarticle 1. When a bill has been passed by the Provincial Assembly, it shall be presented to the Governor for assent. Subarticle 2. When a bill is presented to the Governor for assent, The governor shall within 10 days, class A, assent to the bill, or class B, in the case of a bill other than a money bill, return the bill to the provincial assembly with a message requesting that the bill or any specified provision thereof be considered, that any amendment specified in the message be considered. Sub-article 3, when the governor has returned a bill to the provincial assembly, it shall be reconsidered by the provincial assembly, and if it is again passed with or without amendment by the provincial assembly by the votes of the majority of the members of the provincial assembly present and voting, it shall be again presented to the governor, and the governor shall give his assent within 10 days. Failing which, such assent shall be deemed to have been given. Sub-article 4, when the governor has assented or is deemed to have assented to a bill, it shall become law and be called an act of provincial assembly. Sub-article 5, no act of a provincial assembly and no provision in any such act shall be invalid by reason only that some recommendation, provision, sanction, or consent required by the Constitution was not given if that act was assented to in accordance with the Constitution. Has been complete. 116. Now moving towards 117 आर्टिकल ऑफ कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन ऑफ पाकिस्तान 1973. ये बहुत इजी अल्फाज लिखे गए हैं, उम्मीद है कि आप समझ सकते हैं. मैं बिल्कुल आधार के साथ धीरे धीरे अपना उनको कोशिश कर रहा हूँ कि आप तक जो है पहुँच सकें ये अल्फाज. सो मूविंग टुवर्ड्स 117 आर्टिकल ऑफ कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन ऑफ पाकिस्तान 1973. बिल नॉट टू लैप्स ऑन पैरोगेशन etc. 117 article sub article 1, a bill pending in a provincial assembly shall not lapse by reason of the prorogation of the assembly. Sub article 2, a bill pending in provincial assembly shall lapse on the dissolution of the assembly. So hope so you enjoyed, hope so you have learned from the chapter 2 of part 4 Constitution of Pakistan 1973. Now it has been also completed. This topic, chapter 2's topic was provincial assembly, has been completed. Now this there is another topic. Just I would like to share the title of that topic, and again in next lecture I would like to also share and explain before you viewers about this topic, financial procedure. So wait for this. I will explain before you next session. होप सो यू एंजॉयड. और उम्मीद है ये सब कुछ मैं जो है अपने दोस्तों की रिकमेंडेशंस जो व्यूअर्स हैं कि उर्दू में भी अपना जो है बयान किया जाए, तो इसलिए मैं कोशिश कर रहा हूँ जो चीज़ थोड़ी सी मुश्किल है उस चीज़ को मैं डिफ़ाइन करने के लिए अपना पूरी भरपूर कोशिश कर रहा हूँ कि आप तक ये बआसानी पहुँच सके. और फिर भी आपको मैं जो है अपना अपॉर्चुनिटीज़ दे रहा हूँ. ये जो है कोई भी इश्यूज़ हों, अगर लैंग्वेज के हवाले से या अपना रीडिंग के हवाले से, वॉट एवर, सो यू कैन कमेंट मी. आई विल प्रोवाइड यू माई नंबर इन कमेंट्स बॉक्स. सो यू मे आल्सो टेक्स्ट मी, यू मे आल्सो कमेंट मी. और आपके उस कमेंट्स को या टेक्स्ट को मद्देनज़र रखते हुए ज़रूर मैं मान दूंगा. एंड थैंक यू सो मच फॉर वॉचिंग. थैंक यू सो मच.